Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Shadow Hearts Covenant. Last time we played some chess in this very strange building. This time, I guess I should probably show you my setup. Anastasia would be a good idea, a very good idea. And I've loaded up spikes. Not that we necessarily need it, but I'm concerned about one of the boss's attacks. I don't know if spikes protects us against it or not. And it's more of just a hope and see kind of thing. It's kind of annoying when it happens, but anyway, you'll see. With that said, in we go. Cutscene triggers automatically, which is unfortunate because standing right behind Yuri is a nice little treasure chest, meaning we have to come back in here. We have to come back in here for other reasons, but it's a nice looking crystal you've got there. Let's grab it and go. We should use caution. It'll be fine. Something's coming. We're not fine, are we? No, we're not fine. Say hello to King Tomakos, otherwise known as Chaos Orb from the previous game. Surprisingly enough, this enemy type, or this basic design, is used across all 4 of the games in this franchise, from Kodelka to Shadow Hearts 1, 2, and even in the 3rd game. Minor spoiler there. But, yeah. It's called Orb Chaos in the first one because I guess it was like a mistranslation of something or other. Anyway, wind base, 6,450 HP. Let's buff. Now this guy can do SP lowering, but I'm not particularly worried about that. He can also use Gale on himself, which is unfortunate. Can we do anything to reduce the enemy's speed? I don't think we can. Anyway, he's got wind-based attacks. Snapshot. We want to snapshot this guy.
Now look this way.
One of the rare times. She's only got 10 of her blue magic spells in the game. Spirit Ward. Interesting. Arc Surge, go. I miss. This guy is immune to pretty much any type of debuff you could put on him, so don't worry about that. You don't have to kill him in any special way, except you don't want to miss the ring. As long as you don't miss the ring, you're fine, because that's the only thing that leads to a nice little present for us. We're going to fuse into Fighties. And then we're going to use Arc Rage. Yeah, so make sure you don't miss. That's the important bit. Don't miss. You don't have to perfect anything, but don't miss. Gale Spike. As long as he's not casting Gale this soon, I am more than happy. Right. I need to do the other thing with your other fusion. Before I do that, album. Actually, first of all, let's take a look. King Tomakos, yep, there's the stats, wind-based. Spirit Ward drives one enemy away from battle. This removes a character from combat when used against you. That character will still get experience, but you lose him for the rest of the fight, which isn't a lot of fun. However, if you're like me and you're thinking, there's no way that that's going to actually work, well, join the club. That's what I thought too. Direct Press is effective against this guy. HP cut in half. I don't even need to do any, to protect, I don't think. I'm just going to go straight to annihilating this guy. He is wind-based, which normally would mean I would try and use earth elemental stuff. But I decided not to give the Warlock Earrings to Joachim and instead to just go with his physical attack power, since it's probably more effective anyway. Now, I'm not going to try for anything super difficult because I don't want to miss the ring. I had to say it, didn't I? I'll be right back. Okay. We're back. I just skipped the first round since we just saw the first round. I'm not going to make you watch the whole thing all over again. So we skipped the first round. There's our first hit. We've just cut his HP in half again. And not what I said, video game. I pressed up. This game doesn't like me today, apparently. So we're going to apparently have plenty of issues just trying to do normal attacks. Thank you. I know how to do the ring, video game. And let's go for... I like Death-Drawn Hammer. It's my favorite ability. I don't have to perfect it, but we're at least going to get him to lay it in. Now here's Gale. I'm hoping he doesn't use the one attack I haven't already talked about. Alright, we're going to energy charge because I don't get to do anything on this turn anyway. I'm being real tentative when it comes to the rings, so... So Gale Spike, I'm not worried about that. He has two other attacks. One's called Bent Space, which does a lot of damage. Ow. And the other one is the Spirit Ward attack that we got with Anastasia. We're just going to use a normal attack here. There we go. And we could go Album and use Direct Press again, but why? Yeah, basically the way this fight goes is if you know how to use Direct Press, it doesn't take very long and it's basically over. There we go. Yeah, it's a cheesy way of doing the fight, but he can eliminate one of our party members right off the bat, and I just don't want to deal with that. But yeah, for not missing the ring, after reloading, we get a Seal of Urn. The rest of it isn't all that important. We do get a new tarot card, though, and another Seal of Speed, which I very much appreciate. Seal of Speeds are very important. And for that, we get the Moon Crystal. All we have to do is head back to Roger. And then they warp us out. There are more things to do in there. We'll take care of that later. We're gone for ages. Well, sorry, I had to take a break in between exploring the dungeon and fighting the boss. It's not my fault it was a whole day. What do you mean, not again? We've been talking about Alice all this time. Could it be? Yuri? I think Yuri's having some problems here. Yuri's taking a nap. Alright, you. I forgot you were still here. You haven't bothered me in a while. I'm not sure which door you've gone through. Is that the only one I haven't been able to get through yet? Where are we going? Hey! If that's the one door we haven't been through, then cool. If not, then we were already able to go in there. So I'm not sure what could possibly be in there of interest. The door is firmly locked. Well, that was the door, I believe, that we couldn't get through. Or this was the door we couldn't get through before. Yeah, because this was the Amon door. So apparently that has begun. I couldn't go any further, so I guess I have to leave. Interesting little side trip there. I'm not sure how Yuri changed positions after passing out 180 degrees the other way, but okay. Maybe he tosses and turns in his sleep. What do I know? And with that, you heard Roger. Let us return to Wales. Now, we could have gone directly back into the Queen's garden and done stuff there. But let's do this first. We'll do some plot stuff today and tie up a number of loose ends. Now, when we were here before, the left led to an airship and the right was locked. Everything's ready. Except for the fact that you guys are all great mages and you destroy everything you touch with those spells. But I guess in the context of the plot, that hasn't really gone our way. Couldn't take it, huh? We gotta believe in the power of friendship. I guess. If anything happens, don't hesitate to take us out. There's gaps in your door. Karen's struggling with this one. Helping Yuri revive, basically, her competition.
Look at that.
Well, let's get started.
Okay.
What are you doing, Roger? Are you pressing sci-fi buttons here? I thought this was supposed to be magic. It seems more like technology than magic. You're not showing a lot, video game.
Alice!
begins the secret of the Émigré Manuscript.
So this is what Kato did too?
Not quite. Kato created Oka by using her hair follicles to make a clone. He merely used the Émigré to manipulate time and force the nucleus to grow more rapidly than normal. That's why Oka doesn't have any of Yoshiko Kawashima's memories. She was born a completely separate individual.
So, what about Alice?
She's exactly the same Alice that you knew. Her memories and emotions are just as they were at the time she died. And when she wakes up, she'll feel just as though she had a nice long sleep.
I could go for one of those.
You can't be serious.
How do you know this, Roger?
Yes, but the experiment isn't a success yet. This is just a vessel for her soul to enter. The magic happens from this point on. The real trick is going to be calling her soul back into this body. To this point, not a single wizard has been able to do it. This will be the true test. We may even give birth to a monster, or we might even become monsters ourselves. All right? Once we start, there's no going back.
Fine.
Wish they would have had this conversation before they already decided that they were going to do it and they were already halfway through it. But
Orinus. Orinus.
if you recall, that's what Alice said before casting spells in the previous game. How did they find an exact copy of her body?
Of the cherubim, take this soul beyond the gates of time. The crystal! Oh, oh my, oh yes. Her soul isn't returning.
Yuri.
Alice?
I love you.
love you too.
Amazing.
As clunky as that scene is in parts, the reveal is done extremely well. And reimagining Alice's theme from the previous game instead of just putting some generic sad song on there was a really
Made it
nice
out
touch.
okay, huh?
Welcome back.
No consequences, though.
Did you meet Alice?
Yeah.
It didn't work at all. I'm a failure. I beg the forgiveness of God for having committed this terrible sin. I swear never again will I transgress against the holy word of our Lord.
He seems a little too perky, no?
He's an idiot.
But our Lord is merciful, and he has given me the answer.
Oh?
The answer? Do you mean to say that you know what Kato is planning?
Exactly. By the wheels of the cherubim, take this soul beyond the gates of time. Beyond the gates of time. That means Kato is planning to create a warp in the fabric of time-space.
A
warp in
Space?
When the Émigré power is activated and new life is generated, there's going to be a momentary change in the flow of time. I believe Kato is planning to use that to destroy the world as we know it.
Is that pretty easy? That flow of time thing?
Well, it's not easy, but I'm sure he can do it.
What's going to happen?
It's hard to guess, but maybe we'll be sent 1,000 or even 10,000 years into the past.
Oh no.
But whatever happens, the world that we know will disappear. That's certain.
Where do you think Kato is now?
If my guess is right, he'll choose a place on a ley line with a strong magnetic field. If I was Special Agent Kato, that's what I would do.
Don't you think we should ask Karando's mother where he is?
She's right.
Well, she's helped us out in the past. Yeah, unfortunately, you know, Yuri goes it. Yes, I'll go in the elevator. Yuri goes in there and does what has destroyed and turned everyone else into a monster, and he fails, but there are no consequences. I'm not a big fan of that. I would much prefer they actually have some kind of consequence for what he has chosen to do. But the game doesn't give that to us. Anyway, we need to return to Japan, and we need to go to Inogami Village. However, that's pretty much all the time we have for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.